I probably don't talk about it that much because I think it's weird that I do it, but there's a lot of times where I just sit and think. You ever do that? Where you just sit, stare off into the distance, and think about things. And today was one of those mornings. As I was sitting here preparing for my work day and trying to plan out exactly how I was going to attack said work day and all the things that I need to do, I was looking around at my notes and getting very frustrated at the fact that I tend to keep notes everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean I have post it notes all over my desk. I keep notebooks with post it notes as little uh, divider things that I can go to. I have notes I write on paper. I have digital copies of post it notes on my computer. You get the point. And this morning, I was very frustrated at this fact that I just have crap everywhere and it's not consolidated in one place. And I have tried so many different ways to consolidate this and to keep all of my information somewhat in a not a uniform place, but you know what I mean, in a place where I can easily find it and reference it, and it actually is helpful. I have yet to figure out the system that works, and I've tried a lot, and the problem is I don't stick with one. And so as I was getting annoyed with myself trying to organize the ideas, it was making my desk even worse. You know how whenever you start to clean your bedroom or the living room or whatever, or you're going through like a bookshelf or a CD collection, Gen X, and you're organizing them, but before you can actually organize anything, you basically have to destroy the room and start from scratch, right? So you make it worse than when you started. That's what I was doing, and I was getting really frustrated. But then I remembered this. And this is a picture of Albert Einstein's office in 1955, the day after he died. It has been said by many people that having a cluttered and messy desk like Einstein is a sign of a brilliant mind. It's the sign of genius, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm a genius by any means, but I have my moments. I have my moments where I think I'm pretty clever. But I was curious, are any of you that way? Are you your workspace, whether you work at a desk or you work on a job site somewhere or you work in a garage changing oil or you're a cashier at a store. It doesn't matter where you work, but where you work, your space. Are you one of those people have to keep it neat and tidy and a place for everything and everything in its place? Or is yours basically a garage sale like my desk where I've just got crap everywhere, but that I can somehow remember, oh, that post-it note's over here, or oh, that I wrote that down in this notebook, or oh, I jotted that down on the iPad. I can remember where I put the note, but they're not all in one place, so I'm constantly shifting from it's really really annoying and frustrating. So this is where I am going to utilize the power of the YouTubes and ask you, what is it that you do to see if there is a tip or a trick or something that I have not tried yet? And I'm going to, fair warning, I've tried a lot, but it's just one of those things that this morning I was just staring at the pile thinking about it, which led to inactivity, which led to then me needing a way to get it out of my mind, and hence the video. I mean, I guess ultimately it really boils down to what works for each of us individually, but the frustration and the struggle is so real. It is so real that I would like to know if you struggle with it too, and if you do, what you do. Do you set aside time like once a month and clean up your workspace, or do you go over your notes? I used to set aside time every morning, 30 minutes every morning, to go over my notes from the previous day. And I used to be really good about leaving notes for myself from the day before, like ending my day with writing out, okay, I need to focus on this tomorrow. So whenever I came in, or whenever I sat down to work the next day, I had a starting point, right? I had a list of instructions from past me to future me that got my day started off on the right foot. Maybe I just need to start doing that again. But yeah, I always say that my desk is messy because I'm like Einstein, and people have told me, no, your desk is messy because you're a slob. And I wanted to share with you, if you're like me and your desk is messy too, and you try desperately to defend it, I'm going to read to you Albert Einstein what Albert Einstein said whenever people would give him a hard time about his messy work environment. And he said, if a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign of? Think about that today as you're drinking your morning coffee. And with that, I will see you in the comment section.